Some of us who are independents, we want to see more people on the front lines of progressive traditionalism in this country not come across as freaks. Because middle America looks at you and they form these opinions that get, manipulated by the right to suggest that people who are progressive are, delusional freaking acid-dropping knuckleheads or pretentious academics. What do you think about people who want a more progressive America playing a better perception game so that, mix it up a little, wear a suit once in a while, cut your hair just to screw with, people's preconceived ideas about what progressive means? What do you think about manipulating and using perception tools a little more astutely so that people can't just write off progressives as, leftover hippies?
I've actually thought about that a lot, because one of the main ways that a larger corporation or a larger political party is able to take over a movement is when that movement comes to have an identity. And so to the extent that our movement is based around the identity of the way we dress and these sort of things that we align with, that's the extent which we are able to be manipulated. So what I think is that actually we should remove, like you're saying, remove those identities and sort of screw with people, providing an alternative example of what it means to be a leftist.
All right, let me ask you something. Let me see your fingernails. Show me your fingernails. Okay, so you're a guy with painted fingernails, okay? So are you saying next time I see you out here, you're going to lose the fingernail paint, you're going to dress in a suit and wear a tie? Just for the heck of it, maybe?
I mean, I've been thinking about doing things. Personally, I've been living that way for far too long.
Okay.
So I'm actually breaking out of the cultural norm to the extent that I can, and I'm not doing it to be part of a larger agenda, but I'm doing it for myself. You
just want to relax when you're off the clock, like any other average American. Like the guys who dress in suits all week and then go home and smoke a doobie with their wife and hang out in their boxer shorts.
I think people, like those types of things are enjoyed by people of all class levels. Like people go home from work and relax and smoke a doobie.
Right.
I'm not saying that I support or condemn that.
Right.
But I'm saying that is not strictly a leftist thing.
Exactly.
There are people on the right and the left who smoke weed.
Right.
There are people on the right and left who work jobs, and we can't generalize and say that everyone who's doing Occupy doesn't have a job, everyone who's doing Occupy smokes weed,
well, let me ask you a question.
Everyone who's doing Occupy dress a certain way.
Okay, so why does the right wing and why do right-wing talk media get away with painting people who were anywhere to the left of Rush Limbaugh as unpatriotic, delusional couch surfers? How do they get away with that?
I think it's because they have a large amount of money and they're able to channel it into a media that reaches most of the American people. People, it's really hard to know someone on a three-dimensional level, to know really more than like a certain number of people. And so what really helps us get along in life is to stereotype the general masses, to stereotype and place identities on groups that you don't interact with.
Do you watch football?
I watch football sometimes, not a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, see, now that makes me question whether you're actually a red-blooded meat and potatoes male. Like, I'm going to watch Dallas, New England later, which is the game of the week. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
What about NASCAR?
I see it. I've seen it sometimes, but I don't.
You're not obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about country music?
I like old country music, but not.
Which is what?
The folk stuff.
Okay,
stuff
like
that's not commercialized.
Okay. And what about like commercialized hip hop? How do you feel about that?
I think that commercialized music is really oversimplified and not that valuable to me.
Okay. Do you see yourself as a consumer first or a citizen first?
I see myself as a person first and then a citizen, and I would prefer not to be a consumer whatsoever.
But we all have to consume something, otherwise the economy doesn't go anywhere.